And welcome. You are with the Skeinz Diaries. I am Marie. It is Thursday, 27th of April. Welcome along, episode 245. As you can see, yes, got the poncho on today. It's a little bit chilly. That's what you get. Bluebird fine skies means very, very cool evenings at the beginnings and the ends of the day. But you know what? That's one of the beautiful things about autumn, is it not? If you're being someone in the south, I hear that the evening skies have been giving you quite the light show with the aurora australis being pretty visible across a good chunks of the South Island, and even actually I'm told that's even as far north here as Central Hawke's Bay. So gosh, isn't that a sight to see? I hear it's. I've seen some photos actually, absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So hopefully you've been able to see it at your place. I tell you what, with the night skies the way that they've been, so beautiful and clear. So yes, it was time to dust off the old poncho today. It was a bit chilly. I nearly took a photo. But she's grumpy with me this morning because I've already made her do something she didn't want to do. But our Claire, she's for some reason she's just cold today. She said, I'm feeling the cold. And she is wrapped up. She's got this electric sort of heating plaid. She calls it her granny blanket. She's in the office at the moment, all wrapped up in this granny blanket because she's that cold. And she's got the heat pump going. And of course, the rest of us, I'm not that I've been in there much this morning, but they're all like, it's so hot. Oh gosh, this is what happens when so many of you share an office. Fun and games. And the other thing, the reason she's grumpy is that you'll see it in the newsletter. Uh, I got a message because Delene's here. She sent me a message first thing this morning. Your parcel's arrived, and it was sitting outside the back door. It arrived while I was locked up in here all by myself, and with our sample. And did I grab it? Yes, I did grab it. We whipped this off to her, the Aran Pullover from our little friend Ethan. Not that little, of course, he's 6'3", but you know what I mean. So we sent this off straight away in the Cascade 220 to get knitted off. So we chose shrubbery, and I don't know why I pick up blues and greens because, of course, this is a really good old classic, lovely. It's a lovely green, and it doesn't look different on the screen. Anyway, to get done, and she has knitted this off in record time. And ta-da! There it is. And of course, it was a perfect fit for Claire. So I made her put it on. And she's like, make Elisa do it. And it's like, I'm always making Elisa do it. You can do it. Oh, Fiona's saying good morning. Yes, she's got to wear her Georgie this morning. It's so cold. It is cold. But it's so nice to have the sample knitted up. We wanted the sample knitted up. And Delene's amazing because she did it so quickly. And it means that we've got a little display in the shop. We can sit this next to it. There were two reasons why I wanted to get this knitted up in the Cascade. One is as soon as I saw that pattern, I knew immediately it would be perfect. The pattern, if you're looking for it, it's actually put it in the show notes, so it will come up in the description for this video. I know, more organized today. It is called the Aran Pullover, and Ethan's profile for design on Ravelry is EBE Forever, all one word, EBE Forever. So that's where you will find it. But I wanted to be able to show you some of the neat little things in there, like this wonderful, see, look at that. That, my friends, that's the tubular cast on. It's fantastic. And look, he's got instructions in there. It can be a little bit of a fiddle, and you may think to yourself, is this kind of making sense? I don't know. This seems weird. Do persevere with it, because what you get is this fantastic, beautiful, neat, springy cast on, which is fabulous. So that is definitely worth doing. And it's just such a lovely, I mean, he's designed this because he wants to design the quintessential perfect pullover that can be, and he's got a measurement in there so you can actually adjust these shoulders. There's so many things that you can do, but I wanted to get this knitted up in the Cascade because how the Cascade feels on the handle, the ball, to how it feels once it's been blocked. And I said that, Dylan and I were chatting this morning, and I said that to her straight away this morning, how this feels once it's blocked is fantastic. Like its butteriness comes out once it has been washed and blocked, soaked and blocked. It really does feel fabulous. So much more so than what it does on hank. Not that it doesn't feel good on hank, but it is one of those yarns that it's really strokeable. It feels so good. Angela's asking, okay, then I'll give it a go. Is the Kelly & Co suitable for Ethan's jumper? Definitely is the answer to that, because it's done on it's a tension, 20 stitch tension on a 4.5mm needle, which is right in Kelly & Co.'s wheelhouse. In fact, he's got when he was designing this jumper, I gave him a bag lot of Kelly & Co. in Peacock, because he wants to knit this. He wanted to test and do that jumper in Kelly & Co. Or he may even do the cardigan, to be fair. Oh, thank you, Kathy, for putting that link in. Yes, he wants to do it. Delina's saying with this, it needed an extra long soak. It wanted to resist the water. Actually, Delina, I'm glad you brought that up, and I can tell you why that is, and that's because this is woolen spun, semi-woolen actually, to be more exact, and it will be more resistant because of the way the process they put fine sort of mists of lubricant and stuff through the whole process. So any woolen or semi-woolen spun yarns do really benefit from a good long soak. And usually I would only use a little smidge of something like soak, or I tend to use fabric softener, or you could use Skeinz Super Soft, but something with a little that will actually break that surface tension to just help soak deep into those fibers and lift any residues or particulates out. And it may take several hours or even the best part of a day to do that, and just be patient. But I have to admit, Del, it's feeling utterly fantastic, really good. And yes, Angela, I think the Kelly & Co. will look amazing in that. The cardigan version I do know is in the works, and I put my hand up to do some testing on that, because I would love to. And I'm torn between doing it in Cascade or doing it in Kelly & Co., because I just have a massive love affair with Kelly & Co. So or Highlander Heathers. So many yarns, not enough time. And of course, I've done zero knitting since I spoke to you last on my project for my brother. So yeah, I'm going to actually have to put a bit of time in on the weekends and get that done to be finished. Now, if you were speaking of it, I didn't get a chance to pull this up because I got sidetracked in the office while I was and I've gone logged into the wrong account. Have I logged into the wrong account? No, I haven't logged into the wrong account. I got sidetracked while I was in the office doing other things. Then I saw the time was like 1 minute too. I was like, ah! So I was also having a look, because he has actually, Ethan, when I say he, Ethan has published a number of patterns in this last month. And I just wanted to bring attention to those, because one of those patterns, which they're all fabulous, but this one in particular was great because it is so good for those unicorn skeins. How often do we talk about those unicorn skeins, right? Those crazy little single skeins that you've picked up, those, ooh, it's speaking to me skeins. I honestly, if you go to my office right through that wall there, you will see a whole desk full of skeins like that. I just can't help myself, which is why I end up knitting ponchos like this, because I have all these crazy little unicorn bits and pieces together and I have to use them up. Well, Ethan has solved that problem for me now. And he has gone and released this one skein triangular shawl. He is pulling together the most fantastic set of basics for all of us. And I love it. Love it. And this one's called the one skein triangular shawl. He's done it specifically for hedgehog fiber, which obviously makes complete sense because they sell the fabulous hedgehog fiber there. But we also have And I'll show you what I think will be fantastic with it. This is another one there. Look at that. Oh, it is just simple. It is a completely simple asymmetrical triangle with a little bit of garter stitch with a little bit of lace eyelets. It is, if you're looking for a starter shawl, this is the shawl for you. If you're wanting just that single shawl that you can play around with, do some fun stuff with, this is the shawl for you. It takes up to 365 to 400 meters worth of yarn. To be brutally honest with you, you just keep knitting it to the size that you need until you run out of yarn. It's not that hard, people. I mean, this is where this is so perfect. This is he doesn't want you to sweat it kind of shawl, right? It's just the right size to wear. It's not too big, it's not too bulky. It's just the right size to wear around the neck if you're using it in 4-ply. If you want to make a bigger shawl, well, you just keep knitting until you get the size that you want. Shocker. If you want to do something bigger, up your needle size to a 5mm and use a DK. That will work equally as well. So that too is also available on Ravelry. And I wanted to bring that up because it is, oopsie daisies, perfect. Oh, she leans down because she dropped it. Perfect for our dip dies. So if you've got some of these dip dies, like you've just seen one and you thought, oh, I just have to have one, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it, these will be perfect for the dip dies. Now this one is Aurora. We don't have massive amounts of these left. So this is the Aurora, which is online under the dip dye segment. And as you can see, look at that. And it's so, considering we've just had the Aurora Australis is out and about, I just think that's gorgeous. So that one is Aurora. And this one's Cloud Jumper. I just grabbed these two because these two are literally the extremes in Cloud Jumper. So that's probably the lightest sort of shade that you would get. And that one there is probably one of the darkest. So what we do tend to do is if you've ordered multiple of these, we do tend to try and put them all together so you're getting something similar. But if you were just to order a single skein, it could be anything between those two extremes. But either of these in that design would be amazing. And it's so good. So good for a gift. If you've got someone that you need to knit a gift for and you want a quick whip up, nice, easy, simple, gentle, happy, relaxing knitting, because it's a hobby, isn't it, people? We want it to be relaxing knitting. That one skein triangular shawl is just the way to go. And it is available for sale on Ravelry. He also has a couple of others there as well. He's trying to pull them together in an ebook, but he's having, I see there's a note there that he's having some issues, but the one skein is done up there singularly. But I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I thought if you have got some of these dip dyes or any crazy old unicorn skein at home and you're looking for the perfect pattern to knit, that would be ideal. Oh, Delene just popped a note here saying used about a teaspoon of wool wash and blocked it in pieces. Ah, that's great. Yeah, there you go. She actually blocked it. And that would make sense too, Delene, because it would mean that when it comes to sewing this up, this is seamed, everyone. Okay, so you've got this beautiful structure with the seaming. This is seamed. Definitely blocking in pieces first before construction makes your construction so much easier. What else has happened in the last few days since I saw you? Yesterday, we had a bit of space and time yesterday to get some more blanket kits up. We had so many of you ask us for these. We pretty much sold out of them through the sale. We did actually have them there, a few of them sitting there during sale time, but they weren't in the epic sale. But people wanted more colours added, so we added a whole bunch yesterday. In fact, it's all Heather did yesterday was make up blanket kits ready to go for you. So I put those out in a newsletter late yesterday afternoon. These kits have been so popular. And these are kits which are for you. So you purchase these kits for yourself. They're in our flight DKs. The pattern has been donated by Lisa Craig from Lisa F, and which is so generous because these are $69 each. $25 from the purchase of these packs goes directly into Hawke's Bay Flood Relief. And we're only just a smidge off $30,000. So we're so keen to get to that amount because we've already pulled the plan together, and we want to for 3 big $10,000 chunks, which is meaningful for these organisations to make things happen. The first 10,000 has already been decided, and we'll do a bit of a reveal for that. That's sort of from a rescue element for people that were doing some work there, and there was a gaping hole of things that were needed in terms of rescue. So I can tell you a bit more about that once it's all gone through and finalised, but we're really excited about that. It was a complete unanimous decision on that from everyone on the team. And then the other 2 pieces, we're just ironing out a few communication things now to make sure that we get all of those locked and loaded. But all the donations are going directly to making a difference for people with flood relief. We're working really hard on that. So that these blankets, so this is we make the financial contribution on your behalf after you purchase this blanket. You get the kit to knit up, and then you can either donate the blanket if you wish, or you can pay it forward, have it for yourself, gift it to a friend, do whatever you choose to do with it. So obviously it's your blanket. I bought this one. This is the chickadee, the lovely chickadee. I had one of our regulars come in, actually. I haven't seen him for ages, and he was in yesterday, and he'd bought one of these in this colour just prior to the sale, and he bought it in. He thought he might have needed to get another ball, but he didn't. He said no. He said, I think I'm going to be okay, but I wanted to show you. It looked amazing, and it was just in this beautiful buttery yellow. It just looks so good. And he said that he was going to gift it to his sister because he said it's coming out, and he pulled it out. It's brilliant size. He said it's the perfect knee rug size, and so he's going to send it to Australia to her. And that's why we've just done them in the Knit Purl sampler. That's why we've chosen this pattern, because it's a pattern that's really enjoyable to knit, but it's also not so overtly baby, if that makes sense. It can actually be used just as a simple throw-on knee rug. You don't actually need to knit it specifically for a baby or for a cot. So and it was really nice for him to show it to us, and that's what he was going to do, because it sort of kind of made sense. So I grabbed that. So that's the chickadee. There's chickadee, heron, wren, dragonfly, and owl. I think it's either owl or dove. It might be dove in regular flight DK. And then we've got weka, pokako, and kiwi in the flight napkins. Here's the weka. That in this darker weka, I think, would make a really lovely I mean, you could do it for a baby blanket, obviously, it's soft enough, but I think that would make a really lovely either travel rug or rug over the back of the chair as a knee rug. That colour is just so serviceable from a interior design perspective. And again, in that stitch patterning, looks fantastic. So all those kits are up. If you want to find them, if you go to Skeinz.com, look for yarns by brand, click on that, and then you'll see a category called Blankets by Skeinz. And if you click on that, it has our woven blankets plus these blanket kits. That's where they are living. So go and find them there, and you will be able to pick those up. And these make great gifts too. We don't include the needles in them because it's 4mm needle that's needed. I mean, who doesn't own a 4mm needle? If you're a knitter, I mean, hello. However, if you are gifting this to someone else and they don't have a needle, you might want to pop that in. And I think on the link I've got links directly to the 4mm needles available if you need to add one of those to it. But they make great gifts as well. If you need to gift to someone who's a knitter, I think these make fantastic gifts. So we're really stoked to have those back in stock. I have to acknowledge and thank Lisa for the generosity for allowing us to use this pattern, which she's donated the rights for us to do this, so which is wonderful. It's meant that we've been able to donate another $10 back. The amount that we donate back has been able to be lifted, which is awesome because she's done that for us. and that makes a huge difference. Speaking of Lisa, some of you I know met Lisa last year when she came for Knit August Nights. I'm so excited because she's back again this year. And not only that, she is my keynote designer, which is fabulous. She's doing the masterclass on Thursday the 24th, which is a full day design masterclass. And Lisa studied design, knit design, so she's just, the level of knowledge is blow your mind stuff. It's incredible. So she will cover that off in a full day intensive masterclass, and then she will be doing 4 classes, 2 on Friday and 2 on Saturday. That's from the 24th to the 27th of August. Muriel, why no Ethan this year? He's going back to North America, Muriel. He's had a trip, a very, very long overdue trip planned to go back to see family. It was always, if he wasn't going to go back to North America, he was coming, but he's going back to North America. So that's why no Ethan. I know. If for some reason the trip doesn't happen, don't be surprised if he just turns up with a glass of wine in his hand, because that's how he rolls. He did say to me to keep the bed on standby just in case. So that is why no Ethan. So he is, he's going to be not on this side of the world with any luck. He hasn't been back to see his family since before COVID. So I know he's really keen to do that. So that's why no Ethan this year. Yes, Lisa. So Lisa's going to be here. Libby is here. Delene is going to be doing that with spinning and the blocking. The blocking was a great class last year. So she can even walk you through stuff like this that she did with these and the blocking does make such a difference. Susan Hagedorn is back. I'm so excited Susan is back. Her gnome class I was so desperate to do last time. She is just upscaled the gnomes this year, and we're going to do Christmas gnomes, which is heaps of fun. So Susan's back with that, and she's going to be back with a short row class as well. And Cheryl Ferry is also joining us, and she is doing a mending class right across a whole wide range of mending, particularly mending has become, especially in the current environment, and also too when we've got all these wonderful knits, you want to be able to mend and repair, and you may be able to pick something up at op shop that you want to mend or repair as well if it's particularly of great quality. That mending workshop I think will be incredible, really good. And she's also doing, we've all seen, it's all the rage in crochet at the moment, the full crochet jackets and jumpers, all done in the sort of hexagon or granny square crochet form. I mean, think Harry Styles, and he just absolutely blew that apart when he has been donning his. So she's going to do a class on that and just show you how freaking easy and fun that is. And you only need to know the basic crochet stitches. So if you're not a crocheter, you could actually just pick up those basic stitches, literally get yourself onto YouTube. I think I put the link for some classes, YouTube on that. And then once you've got those stitches on board, I think you literally only need to know how to sort of chain and treble and such. It's pretty straightforward. You're away laughing for that class. Heather here has just done a cardigan, crop cardigan to go with this dress in vintage, exactly in this style. She's been working on it for about a month now, and she finished it the other day. It's blocking. She's going to bring it back in once it's blocked. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. So that class for Cheryl, I think, shouldn't be missed. It'll be amazing. Libby's back doing a range of classes. She's doing full. We've got a pocket class, pocket class, which will be good. There's I think there's a neck and shoulder class, and I can't remember what the other one is. Brain's gone, brain freeze, but that will be there too. That'll be fun. Shan is taking her power for a trip. Oh, this is a big trip, isn't it, Shan? Shan's going on a fabulous big cruise. And I'm glad you brought that up. Rest Area Shawl. Actually, you should check that out. Bronwyn Carroll from Good to Go Knits has gone and done sort of, I know, a mohair version of the Rest Area Shawl. So if you picked up some of the mohair in the Epic sale, that is a fabulous pattern to knit it in, and so unctuous and delicious for this time of year. Again, a lovely, and it's a bigger, larger format shawl, which I love. Nice, easy, again, easy, restful knitting. I I think we all need that, don't we? Restful knitting. Just lovely. All right, I'm going to keep moving. Still plenty to, hopefully I'll have some progress to show you next week of my jumper, because I know, hopeless. I just seriously have not been anywhere near my knitting all week. I've been so busy. Yes, because I do need to get that finished. And I think I've got the plan together of what I need to do. So I need to, I've done as much on one sleeve as I can until I get to the next sleeve. And then I'm going to join all of those pieces together. And I'm going to do, even though I'm going to do a set-in sleeve, I think I'm going to do the set-in sleeve in the round. And I'm fairly certain I've worked out how I'm going to do that. I think, she says, I think. So I need to work that on that. I know I say this now, but I'll change. You know me, I'll change my mind before then. Hopeless. Anyway, you guys take care. I will talk to you again on Monday. Until then, you have a great weekend and happy stitching.